Well, hello everyone. This is Arlie of Arlie's Frugal Life, and I am going to go over our October budget and how it all went for us. This was our first budget, doing it the right way. So, for instance, before this, we would just calculate our income, take away all our bills, see what was left over, and then my husband would get $250 every 2 weeks. I would get $250 every 2 weeks. We would spend that money however we pleased. We were kind of weird in that we didn't grocery shop together. If he wanted to get groceries for himself, he would get groceries for himself. If he did not, he would not. And if I wanted to do the same, that's just how we were doing it. And it worked for us for a while, but I thought that it wasn't quite working as well as it was there for a while, so we had to change something. And because I listened to Dave Ramsey way too much, I finally talked myself and my husband into doing it this way. So this is what we are doing now, and we're actually calculating out our, what we're spending our money on. In the past, it didn't matter what we spent our money on. We got $250, and that's what we could spend. And that would still work well for us, but we kept on spending more than what we were given in cash. And that's where the issues were lying. So, let's talk about how October went for us with our new way of budgeting. And so, our rent, we were actually under budget by $7.20, which was nice. Our mortgage payment's always the same. Our car loan is always the same. Our insurance is always the same. We actually paid less this month in our AT&T bill because we added my husband's sister and her husband to our bill. And when we do that, what we do is we also have my husband's parents on there, and instead of trying to figure out how much each of us owe, we just take it and divide it by now 3. It was 2, but now it's 3, and that made all of our bills lower. So that's pretty cool. So we were $17.56 under budget. Our Time Warner bill is our cable and internet, and that's always the same. Preschool raised the cost from $580 to actually $600, but it kicked in midway through the month, so that's why we're only over budget by $15 instead of $20. Our Vectren is our electricity, and we were under budget this month by $54.37, which is pretty awesome. We finally could turn our air conditioner off for a few days, so that was really nice. That's why it is lower. Dance, always the same. Planet Fitness, always the same. Hulu, Netflix, Nelnet, which is a student loan, my student loan. My husband's student loan. A personal loan from the bank. Our credit card payment, that always fluctuates a little bit depending on how many days are in the month, basically. So we were over budget by $909 on that. That's a credit, Capital One card. Our minimum payment gets a little lower and lower every time that we make a payment, so it was only $72 instead of $74. And the other Capital One card, that I was estimating that we would owe a minimum payment this month because we use that card for my husband's college expenses, and so we paid for his tuition and everything for this semester, or this class actually, and then his work will reimburse us, and we never know when that will happen, if it will happen before the minimum payment bill comes through or not. So that was just an estimate that we would need to pay that, but we didn't have to this month. We will in November though, so it's on our November budget, and it's actually $25, not $20. So with all of those bills, we were actually $77 under budget, and I've got that in green because of that. And so that was pretty cool. But then we get over here, and this is This is where I get in trouble. I'm not good. Ugh. I'm one of those people where I'm like a rule follower until it comes to me. Like, I'm telling everybody what they need to do, and then when it's me, I can make an exception. I'm terrible about that. But anyways, here we go. Ugh. So, we budgeted $150 for gas. We actually paid $157.10. That's not too bad. Not a big deal. Let me put my formula in. I must have deleted it. Alright. So, our groceries and household budget was set for $500, and we went over that by $58, so $558.80. Our clothing budget is really where we busted it. My husband was officiating a wedding this past weekend, and he needed a suit, and he was sick and tired of wearing oversized, crappy suits. My husband is extremely tall and is a bigger gentleman, and so we go to the big and tall store is what we call it, but it's actually DXL or something like that, for his needs, and so we went there and paid $340.65 for a suit. Ugh. It was actually less than that. We had some other clothing in there as well for my husband. He was just really needing some clothes, so it's okay. And he needed it, and it'll be okay. I just keep telling myself that until it feels like it's true, right? Alright. Pocket money or miscellaneous, whichever you want to call it. I keep going back and forth on it, but that's what I had it in here as, so I'm going with it. So we actually spent way more on that too, and I mean way. $525.50. I don't even have an excuse. I don't even know how that happened. We just did terrible this month. Fast food and restaurants, $269.47. Ew. Okay, here was some good news. We didn't pay at all for the swap test. I had a bed bug scare and thought that we had bed bugs because I woke up with a line of bumps on my arm one morning, and I was just in paranoid mode apparently and just jumped to conclusions, and I called them immediately and thought we had bed bugs after I googled some images, and it looked exactly like the bites on my arm. Well, turns out it was not. They came, they checked. It was supposed to cost us $125. We never got billed for it. In our apartment complex, it actually was supposed to be billed to them, and then they would come to us for the money, and that has not happened yet. So I'm just going to pretend it's not and act like maybe they did that as some charity, because I did kind of have a like, oh man, that was $125 and you were in here for 5 minutes. Oh, that's awful. So maybe they just felt bad for me. Oh, I wish. Who knows? It'll probably just get billed to me like on Christmas Day or something. You know how that kind of stuff goes. But anyways, this month we're in the clear. We have an extra $125. Medical bill was $103.33. Just a little over. Haircuts. We did well here, $68, so we were under budget by a couple dollars. My mom's birthday, we spent $102.98. And that is because I forgot to factor in that we were taking her out for dinner instead of also just paying for a present. So we went to Red Lobster. She loves to go to Endless Shrimp at Red Lobster, so we take her there. And me and my brother pay half and half, and then, you know, it's an expensive place to eat anyway. So that's what happened there. Fall Festival, $150. We got out cash, that's what we spent. Halloween, $63.42. Alright, look at that. We went over budget by $719. How? How does a person do that? That is awful. Okay, but there is some good news. My husband sold some Magic the Gathering cards. Yes, he is a bit of a nerd. So, let me type that in here. And he got $279.80 from those. So that kind of softened the blow, so to speak. And so then we're actually $362.41 over budget. And sorry, Debt Snowball, we can't afford to add anything to you this month. I'm sorry. So that's how October went. And we'll get better at this. Like I said, this was our first month doing it this way, and I think we'll get better. I was very, very excited to finally start November and have all of our categories filled in and ready to go, and seeing how much we're going to have to spend on everything. And I'm putting up my November budget. I think I already have, it's already uploaded to YouTube right now, so go watch that one if you're interested. And hopefully we'll do much better in November. I think we will. I really do. I'm optimistic, and I'm not optimistic often, so anyway. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you find this informational or entertaining or something. Maybe it makes you feel better about how you did in October. Oh, because we did not do well, and I hope you did better for your sake. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!